Good evening, you guys. I'm your friendly neighborhood lecturer bringing you guys a brand new video of the game rating series. This is our first video reviewing a game that was announced 3 years ago, released today. I present to you Ghost Tsushima. So this story is set in the 13th century, where the Mongol Empire decided to conquer the eastern side. The only thing that stood between the mainland of Japan and the Mongol invasion was the islands of Tsushima. Now, this story is told from a perspective of one person called Jin Sakai, who's about to charge the beach with his uncle, Lord Shimura. Now, this story tells us from a perspective of them being samurais, and now samurais have a law to them: honor and respect to your enemies, and showing no hate and no fear. Now, unfortunately, Jin has no choice but to use brutal tactics and brutal ways to kill his enemies. And in this way, we discover who the Ghost of Tsushima is. But of course, the game is going to build it up for you.
We are the warriors of Tsushima. We are samurai!
So, to make a simple introduction of these characters, I think is necessary. So to begin with, I think I should introduce all the characters so you guys have an idea of who they are. To begin with, we have Khotun Khan as the Mongol leader. Now, he wants to bend Tsushima's will, and of course wants to attack the mainland of Japan. But before that, he has to attack the islands of Tsushima. Now, of course, we have this idea of who this main villain is, and later on you will fight him. I can't say more than that to keep it spoiler free. Later on, you get injured and almost killed in the battle that you charge up in the first glances of the game. But somewhat you get rescued by a girl by the name of Yuna. Now, she is portrayed as this thief and kind of gives you the vibe of an assassin. And that's Yuna as a person. I won't spoil anymore so you guys have an idea who this is. Later on in the game, you know that she has a brother that she once rescued from a fort that the Mongols have acquired and taken him as a captive also. Now, her brother goes by the name of Taka, and he's apparently the best blacksmith there is in the whole of Tsushima Island. Now, to end up rescuing him, you're going to need a small tiny help from a merchant by the name of Kenji. In my opinion, he's introduced as this funny character, and I think this is like a side mission. It could have been a main mission also, I'm not quite sure, but this all leads up to the main mission. That's what I do know. Later on, Kenji the merchant, and Yuna the girl who rescued you, ends up rescuing Taka as well. Later on in the game, you get introduced into your flashbacks, and real quick for you guys, the flashbacks introduced Yuriko, an old lady who was introduced as this woman that took care of you as your dad died in the story. Now, to give you a simple idea, the Jin will have some flashbacks, and in his flashbacks we get introduced to a person by the name of Sensei, or at least we didn't know who he was until we got later on in the game and got introduced to him. Now, Sensei, and excuse me if I slaughter the name, Ishikawa, is introduced as the bowmaster. Now, he will give you some techniques, and I'll explain that later on in the video, but keep that in mind. Then we also get introduced to Masako Idachi, also an ally of yours. I do not know if she has known Jin for a long time, but she's introduced as an ally who seeks vengeance for the people who have killed her family. So, to keep this quite short and simple, Lord Shimura gets kidnapped by Khotun Khan, and he is laid in captive in his own castle, where Khotun Khan has literally all his forces there. Now, as crazy as it sounds, but Jin tries to go and retrieve his uncle by himself. And let's just say that he went one-on-one with Khotun Khan, and yeah, he got yeeted out of the bridge. So
it was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So, when it comes to gameplay, you're going to start off the game with a broken armor piece, and a katana and a tanto. Then you progress on with the game and then discover other materials, like a kunai knives and the half bow. Now, the half boy you discover throughout Kensi, and now the game, as it works differently, this goes for all of the things that you have in the game. For example, even assassinations, that's a move that you also can get with a mission with Yuna. So many of the things that you can have and use to your advantage in the combat system in this game, you will get through missions, and either you can check that through your journal, or you can check that through one of your hubs or your maps to see what missions you have to do and what's the rewards for completing them, of course. Anything.
One eternity later.
And the most important thing is the stances. Now, so we have, again, like I said, a part of the skill tree is the stances. Now, the stances have four different ones: the stone stance, the water stance, I believe. I don't know the third one, but I know there's a moon stance around the corner. So, and to unlock them, I think some people may say, and I've read some articles, that it's a bit hard. But in my opinion, you can really do it in the first act. You can get all stances by literally observing your enemy Mongol leader and killing them, basically, and that's about it. And that's how you get your 3 or 4 different stances that you have later in the game. I also want to clarify that most of the things like shrines and temples that you visit do give you resources and charms and etc. that may help you. Like shrines help you expand your charms inventory. Oh my god, it's a lot of SHR and CH. So even though I'm saying SH and CH wrong, although this game is pretty good and hopefully I haven't been a distraction so much, I've truly liked it, and there's so much more to show, yet the time is literally running out, and I want you guys to have your opinion about this game, but so will we as a group. As me and my friends have watched the game, I've played through of it, and I've asked several of my friends what they think, and I think a lot of us have come to one conclusion. And now I would love to show you how you can get all of the other stuff in the game, as a lot of the weapons and a lot of the skills are gained through the missions and etc. I would like to say that on behalf of all of us here on the Platinum Squad, our ratings are final, and I think it's pretty good. The game is very good, and we haven't seen such a hack and slash game since The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and since then we haven't found, at least we as the group of the Platinum Squad haven't found a game like worthy for the hack and slash. For Honor, yes, kind of had that vibe, still was missing out, but Ghost of Tsushima definitely satisfies, and this is our verdict for it. Definitely a very good game. If I would suggest it, I would definitely do that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This has been our review, our first gaming rating series. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Probably there's going to be some more coming, but for now, I'm going to be signing off. This has been your friendly neighborhood Electro. As always, guys, take care and peace.
Farewell, Ronin.